Before I began the ESF project, I spent my entire adult life in active addiction. But my problems actually started way before that, from birth. I was born feeling burdened with life rather than blessed, and I attempted to avoid life from a very early age. In the beginning, using people rather than drink and drugs. I was very manipulative. I used people to avoid, and then when I progressed through life and reached 21, 22, and encountered drugs, it became a marriage made in heaven. I embarked on a career in addiction, and basically that spanned 32 years, 22 years of those being in drugs, and the last 13 years of those being in alcoholism. And that's where I was when I first started this program. After doing my immediate recovery, I realised that if I wanted different, I had to do different. And that's what I did. I went out in the world and started to do different. The first thing I did was I enrolled in a course in customer service, which was a level 2 NVQ, and I did that. I then progressed to a drug and alcohol awareness studies and applications course, and I completed that. And then I started this course, the level 3 information, advice and guidance. And it acted very much like a sort of car ride. It was the vehicle I used, you know, to get from where I was to where I wanted to be. And though it wasn't, it got me into working as part of a team. As a result of beginning the courses and completing the courses that I have, I put myself in a position where I was able to do voluntary work. And I started to work with Look Ahead and other various organisations as a peer volunteer, and started reaching out to people who was in the position that I had lived my life in, and trying to encourage them then to move into the position that I was now in, you know, using, you know, obviously that if I can do it after 32 years and coming from being the most hopeless of cases to having a life filled with hope today, then you can do it. And I started going out there. I run support groups. I go and deliver talks in the Max Glat unit, which is the detox unit that I actually recovered in. I have had several articles on addiction published in local service users publications. I've wrote several poems that have been published, and I sort of I spend my endeavours reaching out to people to try to encourage them to come from where I was to where I am. And I hope in the future, I have to undergo a liver transplant, but I hope, and I have no doubt, that will be successful. God didn't rescue me from the sea to watch me flounder on the shore, you know, and when it does, I have no doubt that I will move forward. My aim and ambition is to open a peer-led voluntary drug and alcohol service in my own local borough. And all my efforts really are to that aim, and I do believe one day I will achieve that aim.